Elon Musk, who bought Twitter back in 2022 and changed the social media platform's name to X the following year, reveals that
For my AP Computer Science project, I made a Clash Royale machine learning bot that uses vision,
My name is Goku!
card detection, and a deep learning framework that eventually learns how to win with this deck. First, I'm going to explain what Clash Royale is, then I'm going to explain day by day what I did to make this bot, then I'm going to show a game that the bot played, and I'm going to end it off with some final comments. Clash Royale, a popular game averaging a lot more than millions of active players a month, is a real-time strategy, multiplayer battle arena tower defense card game that puts players in games featuring 1v1s or 2v2s with the objective of essentially destroying more towers than the opponent. Destroying the King Tower is described as a 3-crown victory. Matches last 3 minutes, and if both teams have an equal amount of crowns or none at all, matches go into a 2-minute overtime where whoever destroys any opposing tower first wins. If no towers are destroyed during overtime, there is a tiebreaker where the team with the higher minimum tower health wins. If health is somehow equal or both King Towers is destroyed at the same time, a draw occurs. Another important concept about the game is Elixir. Elixir is needed to deploy units. Each player starts with 5 Elixir and can hold a maximum of 10. At the first 2 minutes of the match, players gain 1 Elixir per 2.8 seconds. After 2 minutes, the game enters double Elixir and players gain 2 Elixir per 2.8 seconds. Your unit are represented by the cards at the bottom of the screen. The number at the bottom of the card represents how many Elixir it takes to deploy the unit. You can tap and drag it to deploy where you want it in the arena. You cannot deploy units to areas shaded in red. When one of the enemy's princess towers is destroyed, the area to deploy your unit increases. The cards you can use can be set by you, and the 8 cards you choose would make something called a deck. Your player's rating can be determined by trophies. When you win matches, you gain trophies. When you lose matches, you lose trophies. Depending on your trophies, when you are in matchmaking, the game will pair you up with someone who has a similar number of trophies as you to make the game fair. Clash Royale is considered pay to win because the game's progression system heavily favors players who spend money, and it gives them significant advantages over free-to-play players. So, what if there was a way to grind a ton of time on it, but not have to do it all myself? That's why I made a... Instead of force-feeding you a fat chunk of what I did, I'm just going to break it down by days of what I did each day. So for I looked at what other YouTubers did for inspiration on how I would make the bot. I looked at Kiambros, Omberus, I'm never gonna try, and the Pi Clash bot Fight Vision demo. And those videos gave me a ton of ideas. Like the Pi Clash bot used a vision model to detect the allies and enemies on the field, as well as the cards it had in its hand. However, unlike using a ton of if statements and spamming one card in an area, I want my robot to have its own ideas. I installed BlueStacks as my Android emulator with Clash Royale installed. Very easy. I also started to use RoboFlow for my vision model for annotating towers, allies, and enemies. There was already a vision model for card detection, so that saved me plenty of time.
Player standing.
Allies, enemies, and current towers. I made some simple methods that take a screenshot of a certain region and save it into a desired folder and play a certain card in the desired area. I spent 2 whole days trying to figure out how to count Elixir and ended up with just pixel counting, not the stupid bad image detection of Pi Auto GOI. Days 13 and 14 are days I will never look back on. To explain what I did, first, let's go over some terms. An agent is the decision maker that performs acts. The environment is the world or system that the agent operates in. For Clash Royale, it's the map. The state is the current situation or condition the agent is currently in. For example, it can be how many elixir we currently have, all the enemies on the field,
Spike planted,
etc. The action is a possible decision the agent can take. For the bot, it's what card to play and where to play it. The reward is the feedback or result from the environment based on the agent's actions. First, I implemented an agent that uses PyTorch to learn by playing games. I created an epsilon greedy algorithm for training to balance exploration, exploitation, and decision. But exploration is where it tries random new actions.
Last player standing.
An epsilon greedy algorithm is where, in the beginning, the epsilon or the chance and as it trains, the epsilon will decrease until it's some value like 0.01, which basically means that 1% of the time it's making random actions, and the other 99% it's its own decisions. After I implemented the agent, I implemented important methods like getState, which gets the current state by counting elixir and seeing who is on the map. Originally, I just put the average of the allies and enemies' position, but in upcoming days I changed that. I also added a reward function, and right now it's very simple. If enemies are advancing toward our side, scores are more negative. If you win plus 100, and if you lose minus 100. We're gonna expand on this later on. Remember the vision model I trained? Well, I successfully implemented it, and then I eventually found out that it costs a ton of credit. So then I used Docker to self-host it, and everything else was automation that wasn't related to playing the actual game, like finding the start button, seeing if the game ended and determining if you won or lost by the y-coordinate of the winner title, etc. I added card detection, which takes a screenshot of the card bar, splits it up into 4 individual card images, determines what cards are in the current hand. With that information, make a decision of what card to play and where to play. Also, that is probably going to be trash on spell cards. So the logic to maybe fix it goes like this. If a spell card was played and there are no enemies, another thing I added was more stuff on rewards. Like, if a princess tower was destroyed, give the bot. Also notice that same thing like after the title, click the open. Another thing is instead of taking the average of allies
down
and everything about the bot set.
I wish I lived there.
And with the presentation about the bot from my AP Computer Science final project due tomorrow, I started training it. After hundreds and hundreds of games, hundreds and hundreds of opportunities for it to learn from its mistakes, here's the final game it played, which I showed my class.
Terrifying. I love it. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that?
Spike down B.
Spike is B.
Fire in the hole!
Bring me the arsenal! Obsolete.
One enemy remaining.
Motor functions okay? I'm gonna keep it time.
I've got most to burn. Who needs a gun?
Now we wait.
Boy! Missed! Precision kill. My ult's ready.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted mid.
Gotcha, fun. My turn.
Enemy spotted mid.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
I demand what I'm owed.
Need a drop.
Vous avez vu les infos, Gérard? La Légion Valorant a de nouveau été aperçue à Paris.
Thank you. No more theory.
I know exactly where you are.
Thirty seconds left. Spike planted.
Welcome to my world.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Blessed. Nice knowing you.
I studied robotics for a time, but I've never seen anything like it before. Spike down mid.
Spike is mid. There.
Enemy remaining.
There. Swords activated. There. Not yet. So much to do. Blinding.
Do you want to dance? I'll leave.
Draw.
We survive.
Tango down.
Spike planted.
Flashing.
Good hit. Retrieving flash. Go away. Not ready yet.
Stay alive. I want their life worse.
Rip him care. Now we wait. We wait.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
1 enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Spike is B.
Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. Last round in the half.
Right here. Don't be free. Thanks.
Still in sight. Enemy spotted mid. Sword activated.
Satchel out. Satchel out. Grenade! Hi! I'm pissed!
Flashing.
Fire in the hole!
Spike planted.
Bomb buddy out.
Rewind is dead.
Last player standing. Switching sides.
Bragging rights when you get busted.
How did we forget this fight? No prisoners.
Cover going out.
So let's go take a look at the home lab. The ground level is going to be downstairs. The ground. This is a mechanical room, which has the UPS, 8 kVA, EPC symmetry UPS. That's hooked up to these panels here, so power comes in this panel, and spits the UPS, and then everything out of the UPS goes to this panel, which then feeds the server racks in the room, the network rack,
Last
couple
player
closets in the office
standing.
upstairs. And then there's a little bypass switch there to bypass the UPS entirely. Then that bypass. So if you want to bypass it to replace it, easy to do. Those panels there have the IoT watts, which have little CT clamps through conduits on every single circuit in all the panels in the house, so you can track kilowatt usage of everything you're doing. So UPS is humming away. You can see it has a red light on it because, of course, one of the batteries is bad. 3 years to happen with APCs. Some spare switches in case something goes
Anyone
bad.
have any splits? I may have jammed my fingers.
Over here, we have a little
Multiple fingers.
kiosk monitor here that shows a couple different things. So this is the rack temperature outside, server temperature, some other things, some ping time to services, a few weather-related things. And so this kiosk will oscillate between this and a power output display that sort of shows some information there. So we're currently drawing 10.59 kilowatts. 9th of the grids, we have a little bit of solar generation, although it's evening. UPS output 7 kilowatts, because not a lot of stuff turned on yet. Having just finished doing some rewiring, so you can see our phase AB there, and then a bunch of other things. So we can use this to keep track of where all the juice is going. So the server is behind this door, and it's relatively quiet out here. The door is really well sealed, and this is all concrete, so you really won't hear it back there at all until you open the door. There we are. This is the little lab. There's a monitor here that also runs a display with some Proxmox stats on it normally. So we have 2 cabinets, switches up top. This side here is really more storage-related stuff, live drives, double backup server, 4 node. There, the second computer below that. These are all SSDs. They're for the VM storage system. Switches, which will all these go back to the rack. More application stuff. There's 4 compute servers there. They're all dual Xeon, half terabyte of RAM. Used for different compute jobs. There's a VM server and some more storage in ZFS servers, and then some more switches for the generic switching. The white and the black go to each server and pairs for LACP, and then the yellows are the IPMI ports. And then these are fiber connected to the main rack over there. A little console area here. This is a screen, keyboard, and mouse connected to a set of KVMs. They connect to all 32 machines in here. And then a little drawer with the most important thing you need. Lots of optics, because you never have enough optics. Rack here has some house wiring stuff in it, so 10 gig core switch. All these fibers go over to the rack over there. Some of the signal mode fibers go to the responses that are upstairs. And then a few other locations, some switches, cameras, and a few HPs. And then up here on the auto router, so I can ready to get that. Not on yet, but we'll see.
I know exactly.
Weather station. Of course, back to the rack. It's pretty simple. A couple servers that are not. They're more desktop boxes. The rest are all regular servers, dual power supply. Most of them are configured with primary internet connection and IPMI. Going to the storage array. So pretty simple stuff here.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Right, servers connected to each of the 2 banks, so 2 phases. Of course, switches up there. And yeah, that's sort of the main parts of it. There's a little door there. That's where the developers live, so let's leave them alone. And that's about it. That shows you my home lab.
Reset the tempo. Not them.
My ult's ready.
Satchel up.
player standing. Spike down A.
I have the spike.
Spike carriers down.
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
Deal with my call.
I feel the strain.
For you.
Fire in the hole! Here comes the Spike drop. I have the spike. Bomb by out. Still inside. Cutting everything.
Spike down A.
Enemy spotted A.
Cover going out.
Be grateful I killed so quickly.
Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
One suppressed.
Gotcha, fun. My turn.
Spike down. Last player standing. Spike down B. Match point. I'll isolate the problem.
Back to it.
Flashbang. Suppressing.
Welcome to my world.
Reloading.
Flashbang.
Spike down mid.
Spike.
30 seconds left.
He's dead.
Spike down mid.
Hi! Pissed!
Here.
10 seconds left.
Gone. Cover going out. Here.
Defenders win.